What's going on, guys? Okay, we are back. I have another match here with the superstar Brandon Bigelow. Okay, so this is going to be a no-gi match. This was the end of the day. He was one of 3 no-gi matches. Now, I've already posted one of my matches from this division. It was the match that I won. So this is going to be another tough match. However, thankfully, in this particular match, I did do a lot better. In fact, I was the only person who was not submitted by this guy in no-gi. I did get submitted in gi, if you saw that. Okay, anyways, so this is going to be a lot more interesting. There's a lot of good exchanges that happen in here, and there was a lot of close calls. I felt like I really had some good stuff to go for. But let's take a look. Okay, so same thing, starting in a nice low position. Okay, so I kind of knew his game, and I knew to stay out of his guard as best as I could, but he does go pull guard. So quick note, when you're pulling guard in no-gi, and in gi in general, you always have to make sure you get a grip. So take a look at what Brandon does here. So his grip is, boom, the wrist grip here. Once he gets that, he can sit down to his bottom. You're not allowed to just sit straight down on your bottom. You have to make some sort of contact with your opponent. Okay, so I'm kind of observing the situation here. We're grip fighting. He's butt scooting. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, so he comes up with this single, really nice. Trying to stuff his head aside. He tries to come back down. So he gets this nice takedown here. Once my hips hit the floor, there was the takedown. All right, so you're always looking to keep your hips off the ground. That's how you sort of designate when the takedown happens. So we had to reset because of the space, so I give him back the position. I should have really fought to scramble back up onto my feet, but instead I kind of, forfeit the pass here. So not only did he get the takedown, he got the pass, so he's up 5-0 right now. So I'm going for this, bottom of the side mount guillotine. Really not a great idea. Definitely not something I do anymore. He's kind of trying to go to like north-south, trying to get, I don't know, almost like I guess like a north-south choke. Not quite a darce yet. He hasn't really wrapped up the neck appropriately. But anyway, so he goes to north-south, great position. I talked about north-south in one of my other matches. Okay, so I'm trying to work the guard back in. I do manage to get my left knee back in between the two of us. And now it's just a matter of time as I try to squeeze and slide my legs back in there. Okay, so he's doing a good job of trying to lock me down. See, he kind of has this like reverse cradle position where he's in front of me and he's hugging the leg and the head. So trying to create that pressure. I did not steal my hairstyle from him. Our hairstyles are a little bit different, so I can tell you all about that. Okay, anyway, so I come out of that. You saw that cool little sweep action. So hold on, let me rewind the tape here. Okay, so I was busy admiring his hair. Okay, so I'm in the bottom of side mount. So what I do is he's hugging onto my leg. I grab a hold of his wrist. So you can't see my left hand right now. My left hand is right over here, and it's grabbing a hold of his wrist. And I have head control. Now, we both have head control, right? Look at this. It's kind of like a yin-yang sort of thing, right? We both have head control right here. Now, because I'm holding onto his wrist and I know he has head control, he's not able to post out over here to his right side unless he lets go of my head. So that allows me to actually facilitate this side mount escape where I take my right knee and I drive it over his head. Boom, like this. And that allows me to kind of come out on top. Now, he still does have head control. Wisely, he turns to face me, okay? So now when he turns to face me, I should have driven straight in from here, but I did get a little bit reckless and I tried to spin for the back. It was not the time to spin for the back because, as you can see here, he just inverted his hips, or he just popped his head out, right? So it was not quite the time to spin to take the back. The back was not exposed enough. But, it's all good. I escaped the bad position. I'm back in guard now. Okay, so now the roles are reversed. Now he's trying to pass, whereas before it was vice versa. So we get into this little butterfly position. He does a nice little jump pass, regain the guard. I have no problem, regaining the guard. I try to go for De La Riva here. He backsteps. I should have been able to follow that or switch to reverse De La Riva. So I go in for this little left foot hook over here on this side, trying to set up like a hook sweep. He drops his hips heavy to prevent me from moving his weight around. So, all right, so he's here in double unders. I'm not worried about double unders. I'm happy to defend double unders. That's not a big deal for me. I roll with big guys. They try to do double unders all the time. He's got a jiu-jitsu tattoo on his right foot, if you can see that. So, he means business, dude. He means business. All right, so try to snap down a little front headlock. Didn't quite work. I know I do try to go for my dummy sweep at some point here. It was not successful, though. I have another video where I do hit a couple of dummy sweeps, so I'll be posting that one up soon here. All right, so again, he's trying to just crush my leg, step over my butterfly hook, just keeping that right knee in between. I come up, reverse. So I kind of come up him for like an inverted armbar here. So as he's passing, I have a hold of his, his arm right here in between my knees. So I'm going to try to take my left leg and jump it over his head to catch the armbar. Didn't quite work. He slipped out. But again, I'm just trying to create movement. I'm trying to create scrambles to prevent him from just solidifying in position so that I can, keep him moving and stay on the offense. Okay, so I get him on his butt here. All right, so now we get into some leg entanglement stuff. So he's going for straight ankle lock. I'm going for straight ankle lock. Now, neither of us are in a good position at all to finish straight ankle locks, okay? He's just trying to come up on top to prevent the straight ankle lock. I've got a good grip, but I need to get my left knee, okay, my left knee, the one that's closest to the mat, I've got to get it underneath his knee and get my left foot onto his hip. So basically, I want my knees clamping around his knee. I don't have a lot of control on him right now. You can see how much space I have over here on his ankle. So it's really not that powerful of a straight ankle lock position. But, I'm going for it. Again, trying to create the scramble. All right, so the near triangle, right? You saw the near triangle here. So as I rotate out, boom, I try to shoot in for a little triangle right here. Okay, so one in, one out, trying to rotate for that triangle. Would have been good. He slipped his head and his arm out and didn't quite catch it. Okay, so notice this leg pummel, right? So this is what we do with the leg circles. This is where the leg pummeling comes in. All right, so watch my right leg right here. As he comes out, I pummel that leg back underneath, which helps me regain into a semblance of guard. Okay, so again, slippery, it's no-gi, it's hard to lock down the legs in no-gi. So we reset. Again, for him, this is deep water, man. He always submits people like within the first minute. So I'd say I have him on the ropes, but I don't. But hey, he goes back in for De La Riva. I should immediately address that hook. Did a decent job of doing that. And again, looking back on this, this is 2018. So this is 2 years ago. There's a lot of stuff that I would have done differently. So he kind of rotates under for a deep half. I sit back. I try to keep my weight on him. From this position, I don't really know what I was trying to go for. I think I was just trying to survive this sweep here. Boom, he catches it though, and he comes up on top. So I end up in this triangle position, but it's not secure enough. I actually have his leg. So it's his head, his arm, and his leg all inside of the triangle. So it's not appropriate to finish the triangle from here. I wouldn't be able to catch it. There's just too much action in there. So I do have this interesting, this interesting position here holding onto his leg. Can't heel hook. So there you go. I certainly will not do any heel hooks in the blue belt division. But, still allows me to set up a straight ankle lock here. So this is a better position. It's better, certainly not the preferred position. So he gets a decent straight ankle lock. It comes to straight ankle locks. So you have two options for the defense. You can either push your foot forward or you can turn out kind of like how he's doing here and getting his knee down to the floor. So I wasn't able to follow him, which is why I couldn't really finish the straight ankle lock from there. So I should have come up harder on that single, but he defends it with a nice front headlock. All right, so let's take a look one more time at that exchange. Okay, so I'm going for the straight ankle lock. He attempts it, but he realizes that I have a tighter straight ankle lock, so he needs to immediately start to defend. So he does that well. He turns, and he's trying to get his knee, his left knee here, pointed out to the other side of my body because he knows if he does that, I can't heel hook, so he is going to be able to slip that leg out easier. So he backsteps with his right leg here, and we kind of unwind, and he's out of that position. All right, so here, my wrestling was not good. I should have really snatched this single leg here and come up hard on it. I had a good position on the head. I posted my hand on the mat, right? So you don't need to use your hands, or use your legs, So here, boom, see, I put my hand down. Not necessary. Just come up with it. Okay, front headlock and back again. Okay, so at this point, I'm down. I think it's like 5-0. So there's the little dummy sweep attempt, trying to come back up on the single. All right, so here we have a nice little transition that goes out of the camera. So what happened is he came in for a front headlock, kind of like a guillotine setup. And as he did that, we rolled, and I busted my lip on his knee as we came out, and that was the end of the match. So again, he got it 5-0. But definitely a fun match. A lot of good technical displays there. you know, afterwards I saw him rewatching the video because, you know, he was kind of like me. He wanted to see what he did wrong, what he did right. So, you know, kudos to him, man. He's a killer. All right, guys. So we'll be putting out some more of these commentary videos of some of our matches. And if you want any specific matches, if you know some of our matches and you want to see something in particular, let us know. Also, if you have a match of yours that you want us to commentate over, send it to us. Or if you have if there's a particular jiu-jitsu match that you want us to commentate over, send it to us and we can commentate over that as well. All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you.